But there's 5 things that get in the way of it. And so here they are. Let's go. All right, number one, the number one way that the number one thing that keeps companies from rebuilding correctly is that they make the mistake of creating what's called interim leadership. Okay? Interim leadership does not exist. Okay? It should not exist, and I encourage all of you to get out of that mindset. Now, some of you say, well, I don't do that. Well, you may not call it interim leadership, but if your attitude is this, yeah, let's go ahead and get that director of leadership, or let's go ahead and let's hire that VP of sales. But you know what? Let's not yet give him that title, because I mean they may come in and mess things up. Let's not give him that big title. Let's go ahead and hold this out like a carrot and says, this is what we're hiring you for, but we'd like you to come in as this. And we want to, over the next 2 to 4 weeks or over the next 6 months, work with you to get you up here, okay? So all of you that are being hired like that, here's my encouragement to you, with as much sincerity as I can give it, I can tell you is, if you're being offered something like that, just respectfully reject it or try to negotiate your way out of not taking that, okay? Because what happens is that within that mindset, there is a very subtle trap that not even the executives can tell that they're doing that, okay? It's kind of like saying, look, I want you to be the best, but I'm not going to announce you as the best. We really need your skills, and we definitely believe you're the right person for this. But we're going to come in and announce you as something less than that. Well, what do you think people are going to think about that person? They're going to think that they're okay being degraded like that, while yet we call it this. So we're going to call you really good, a VP, we're going to call you a COO, we're going to call you Director of Operations, but we're going to bring you in and announce you as something less, because we're really trying to see if you're going to work out. Well, wait a minute. That's what the whole recruiting process is about, okay? If you're not comfortable bringing people in as the master chef, well, then don't hire a master chef, and don't try to tell that master chef to come in as a deputy chef, okay? That's not only insulting, you're actually sending the wrong message to yourself, you're sending the wrong message to them, you're sending the wrong message to your people. But here's the trap, okay? The people that take it, they were first told they were going to be here, but then they got hired here, and they're told, look, we're still, such and such, Bobby is really the master chef, but you're the assistant chef, or you're the number 2 guy, okay? And we're going to get you up here in about 6 months, and we're going to make sure that we watch you and we help you and we train you and we give you parameters on how to make sure you get yourself up there so you can have that time to prove yourself. Well, guess what? That never happens. That never happens. And 4 months later, they look at this person and they say, well, man, look, we can't give you this position. Well, because you didn't step up. But here's the trap. You first told me that I can't be this person, so I have to act like less than this person. And then you're going to tell me 6 months later that I didn't step up to being this person, and you're not going to empower me. Here's what I told a client of mine 3 weeks ago when they told me they were going to make him the interim administrator, an interim leader. So he said, all right, well, yeah, I have to be careful not to come in with my game plan, and I can't take over, and I can't be the leader, because they're asking me not to be that leader. They're asking me to just step my way up there. I said, well, you're going to fail. You're going to fail. You might as well just fail. Go ahead and take the position, keep the interim title, but here's what you do. You go in there and you bring your original game plan and you act like you are this position. Do not act like an interim position, because when an interim position doesn't work their way up to the top by taking over, then they're going to tell you, well, look, you didn't work out, man. You haven't taken over yet. You haven't proven to us that you're that leader. And that person pretty much knows that you guys are the ones in my way because you never empowered me when I came in. You never empowered me as I went on. And if I wanted to empower, I had to take it upon myself. And you know what? I should have just done that during the interview and the hiring cycle. So I told them, look, here's what you do. Fine, you've already negotiated the interim position. Go in there and act like the top leader that you know you are, okay? And I've been staying in contact with him. And he's been calling me, he's been texting me, he's been emailing me, and he's been telling Maurice, it works. I'm going in there into meetings, I'm bringing my original game plan, I'm proposing, I'm presenting, I'm persuading, I'm getting them to buy into my game plans, I'm bringing in little things, big things. One of them even said, man, you actually think you're the big hog, you know? And he said, no, guys, you hired me as this. That's what I'm gonna be at. And one of the board members reminded him, yeah, but you're just an interim. And he says, no, I'm not. I'm not going to behave like an interim because you're going to hold that over my head and I'm going to be the leader that you need me to be. And I'm sorry, I didn't negotiate it the right way, but I am here now and we got to get these things done. It's working for me. Look, every time that I have taken a title lower because somebody in the organization doesn't feel comfortable with my title coming in, it's a trap. If they cannot convince you and prove to you that they are that person during the interview, the hiring cycle, then take a little more time to get to know them during the interview cycle. Put them to the test, figure out some ways to see, bring them in, let them meet the people, but just get to know them, build that confidence so that when you bring them in, you be that leader that says, guys, gals, we've hired such and such, and then you empower them to be the leaders that they need to be.